Howdy folks, back again. Got a Diamond Outlaw guy dropped off to get restrung. Original string on it, looking kind of rough. So let's get to it. We've been trying to do a video on a bow all day long, and people have been coming in non-stop and hindering our success. So we're gonna try our best. We didn't got to the evening now. Just getting these kind of even. We didn't made it to the evening time. Almost time to actually close the doors. So we're gonna see if we can get one done before we get out of here. The Outlaw was a popular bow, I don't know, 5-6 years ago. Big bow that Bass Pro and Cabela's and all them sold a lot of them. So we get a few come through. This one, we got a brand new set of silver and black strings. And of course, this is a single cam bow. Get us good and lined up here. Oh yeah. We'll take this old one off. Here's what I got to tell you about this bow. I forgot about this T-bob. It looks like the man dipped it in some kind of a machine oil before he brought it in. There is oil all over this cable rod, all over the string. I just forgot about it till I just grabbed the string. I'm gonna try to wipe it off real quick because this is a mess. It's all over the string stop, the idler. Who in their right mind, people, would do this? Please don't put oil on your bow. Please don't. All the newer bows have sealed bearings. You don't need to oil up your cable rod. All it does is attract dirt. Anyway, let me grab a towel. Alright, we're getting all this crap off here. Here's a pro tip for you. Even though we're not pros, we just read about this on the internet. Just kidding. If you ever have a sticky cable slide, take a piece of newspaper with a lot of writing on it and rub it, and the graphite from the newspaper will get on that rod and make it quit sticking. I used to do that a lot because recently, you know, most everybody's got some sort of a Teflon coated rod. But when they used to get, people would come in and be like, my bow's making racket, and it'd be going do 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 do. I'd rub it with that newspaper and perfect. I guarantee you this guy's gonna have trouble though, because he's gonna put all this oil on here, and dirt's gonna cling to it. But we did what we can do. Alright. There's still oil everywhere. I'm going to take a quick look at his cams because this thing is beat up. I don't feel a burr. It just looks like it's a bunch of dings. I don't see anything worth running a Q-tip down it for. Just making sure. I think we're okay. The bearings feel good. So let's start restringing this thing. Here's the story of the day while I got y'all sitting here. So we have a bow come in earlier, a stolen bow. Alright, guy comes in, looks like he just smoked him some crack. Literally, I'm not even kidding. And he's like, man, this bow needs a string on it. I need it done today. And we're like, well, you know, we're making this video, we're into August now, so we're like crazy into busy season. We're about 2 weeks behind for our local restringing stuff. TJ tells him that, and he's like, man, I'll pay any price to get this thing done right now. So the joker, TJ brings it back here, and I'm like, this is sketchy. TJ's like, I think this thing's stolen. So we have no way to prove that it was, but when a crackhead comes in that don't look like he's ever shot a bow and needs it fixed right now, it just tells me he was going to go sell it somewhere quick. And of course, it was a bow tech. He was asking TJ what it was worth, and TJ told him $500-600 for that particular bow, and his eyes lit up. He's ready to pay us $200 to get it fixed right now. We don't get many of those type of folk in here, but I would be willing to bet it was hot. what do you do? So that was our story of the day. Stay tuned tomorrow, because you never know what would happen in the bow shop. Get this on there. Put his peep back in. Y'all don't know the struggle it is for us to try to get these videos. For 2 days I've been like, TJ, some of these bows we're restringing, we gotta get them on video. And people pile in here from morning till night. We'll be in the middle of a video and I'll be like, I'll just have to hyperlapse it because somebody will be in here talking and I'll be right in the middle of it. So I get bored of the hyperlapses, you know. Alright, we got it strung. Let's put our cable slide on. Man, that thing is greasy, oily, whatever you want to call it. Flip it over. If you ever mess with your cable slide, always, the bus cable is always closest to the arrow, because the bus cable loads up with like 250 pounds. This is what actually pulls the limbs together when you're pulling it back. So you want the least torque on that cable. You want it in the furthest, if that makes any sense. We got everything on. I'm gonna put a couple twists in this side of the yoke, since the cable gets pulled over to the cable rod. That'll help us out later. String on, string on, string on. I always like to check over it good, because it will scare the crap out of you if this thing jumps off. Alright, so now what we're going to do is, this is like one of the easiest bows you'll ever work on. It's got the brush rest on it, the hostage, octane rest, whatever. We don't have to time the rest. All I got to do is go put a loop on it, get his peep tied in. I'm going to pull it back and set the idler lean to 0, perfectly straight. Shoot it through the paper. That's about all we can do. So this will be a shorter video, but maybe it'll help you out in some way. Alright, so we made it over here. We're going to clip all our levels and gauges and devices on this thing. Get the arrow level, get the center shot set. I like to run my arrow most of the time, unless I know a bow don't like it, pretty much through the dead center of that burger hole. So if you look down here even, I'm kind of even with that hole, the arrow rest hole. They call it the burger hole. B-E-R, not B-U-R. Alright, let's get everything level. And the arrow, she's looking good. I'm going to take this off so I don't knock it off. I got us a loop here. I had a loop here. Now I cut it so. Alright, so we're going to burn our loop. Let that cool off. Most of the time y'all have seen me put my little knot ties in the arrow. For this one, I'm not going to do that. It's a brush rest, fully contained. It can't jump off. It can't do anything crazy. So I'm going to just put a loop straight on the center serving without my little knot ties this time. Get that cooled off. Put this thing on there. And believe it or not, I guess you'd call this a budget bow. It was a big seller at the big box stores in the day. It actually tunes up pretty good usually. I'm going to take that level off and take that level off. Oops. I would be willing to bet money though, when we go back here to shoot this thing, that this cable slide is going to grab from where they got that oil on there. It's going to grab and it's going to give it a weird feel and make some racket, and that'll be a mess, but we'll get it fixed one way or another. Go ahead and push this down. It looks like it's way up high. Get that cord off. Tie it in. Take my little Craftsman needle nose type pliers. Slide them in there. Get this whole process started. I'm going to stop there for a minute. I'm going to go get his old string and line up the peak. I'm going to line up his old loop and his new loop. I'm going to put his peep in the same spot. I think I need to flip it. Perfect. We just had a guy leave that made this whole shop smell like a cologne factory. Smells like a dang store in the mall up here, the Perfumania. The Joker must have laid it on. I'm tying this peep. And then I'm gonna go check his idler with a laser to see if it's leaning one way or another. And then I'm gonna shoot it through paper. And like I said, you don't really so-called time a single cam. You do in a way. A lot of single cams have a Matthews bows. A lot of them have like a window that you line the cable up in and that type of thing, but you don't have to have two cams, you know, hitting exactly the same. So usually on a bow that don't have a timing mark, this is single cam, we put them on our 100-pound stretcher with a 1/4-inch pin and get them like dead on within a 64th of an inch to the factory suggested string length, and then we put them on the bow and boom, there it is. That's where it needs to be. Then we can also look at, like, if it's a 70-pound bow and it's maxed out, when we check it on the scale, I'll make sure it's within like a pound of that. You know what I mean? I don't want it over like 72, and I really don't want it under 69 and a half. You know what I mean? Usually I don't want it under 70. That's kind of my minimum, and about 2 pounds over that's my max. So sometimes that's just a sign of everything being in tune or whatever, or in alignment. Let's burn that. Got it. It's got my loop kicked around. I'm gonna get it back straight. I'm gonna get one more piece of serving from somewhere. And tie around this peep. Alright, we got everything going, we got our peep tied in. Let's go check our idler lean, and then all we got left to do is see what it does through paper.
You got your laser?
Alright, so we're gonna draw her on back. There goes that. I told y'all. Watch this, let it back down. Watch it. Hey, put that oil on there, watch what it's doing. Oh, making all kind of racket. Ain't going. That's gonna be a mess, but we'll fix it somehow. May have to take the whole dang rod off and try to degrease it. That'll be fun for the whole family. Alright, so we're just outside the axle on that side, just inside on this side. So that tells me I need to put a little twist in the black side. So hang on, I'll be right back. Alright, we just put us a twist in the black side of our yoke. Let's see what our laser tells us now. We're on that side. It's hard to see with this thing, and you can tell I'm hitting the cable rod, but I'm on that all the way on that side of the limb, and I'm more or less hitting the same spot on that side. So let's go shoot it through the paper. Okie dokie folks, we got a 62-pound bow with a Easton Power Flat 340. We basically got everything level and square, so let's just see what it does through the paper here. That thing's still clicking. That is beautiful. Show them that, T-Bob. A beautiful bullet hole. While we're back here, we'll shoot it through the chronograph too. While what we didn't show, we didn't have the camera on, I took the cable rod off and washed it with some soap and degreaser trying to get that oil off, but it's still got that clicking going on, so I'll have to work on it a little more, but let's see what it chronographs at. What do y'all think? 62 pounds. I didn't weigh the arrow yet. 273. Bingo. So we got us another one tuned up. Diamond Outlaw, thank y'all for watching. Hey, if you need anything from us, give us a call at 864-735-8484, or of course you can comment on this video. We've had a lot of people ship in bows from our videos and have us tune them and restring them. We'll be happy to do that, and we can build arrows, tune a bow, build strings for it. Anything you need, just give us a call. And hey, we appreciate y'all watching and hope you have a good day.